and greetings from the fairer Cape. Hope, crazy word. I'm out here to ignite hope. You know, hope is the perception that things will get better in the future, although everything points to the opposite. What a crazy word. Imagine a journey fueled by passion. Imagine a journey fueled by hope. Imagine a journey that is a dream that's unraveling in front of you, but uncertainty and negativity creep in. A journey like that, you know what it's going to do to you? It'll be your biggest growth point ever. Because the more uncertainty and negativity you can handle in your life, the more you're going to grow. And if I look back at my life, and I look at these journeys, but most importantly, after every single journey, as I grow from the experience, I see these little ignition points hanging in the trees. And those ignition points are the lessons that enhance me. They lay the foundation so I can move forward into my next journey. And so on I go. But to get to this point, in every single one of your lives, when you embark on a journey, there's going to be a catalyst that sparks you on this journey. And I'm going to share with you a couple of journeys tonight, but there was a catalyst that set me on this route. I met a little child. There were 35 other children with him. And I was there with my daughter Jade. These kids were going in for surgery. Some would get cleft surgery, some wouldn't get cleft surgery. And Jade was blowing these little bubbles, entertaining this little boy. And he reached up and he tried to grab the bubble. And every time he reached, the bubble would move. And the bubble would move. And I looked at that and I thought, you know what? I've got to do something about this. I've got to do something about this. I've got to some way ignite hope in this child's life. But what happened as that bubble passed, there was that reflection back to me. How can you ignite hope in someone else if you haven't got no hope ignited within? And I started a series of journeys, and the first journey was a crazy run, 4,200 kilometers along the Great Wall of China with a friend of mine. And we started in the middle of the Gobi Desert, temperatures of plus 45 degrees. I'll never forget running in the Gobi Desert. You know what my first sentence in Chinese was? Nalio Chang Chang, which basically meant, where the hell's the wall? You know? And as we proceeded with this journey, so the Siberian winter started to creep in, and the temperature went from plus 45 to minus 22 degrees. I remember one night, lying on the wall in one of the turrets, freezing cold. Basically, I'm being honest, exhausted. I'd lost 16 kilos in weight, and I was crying myself to sleep, thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing in China? Why am I here? I thought, is this journey ever going to make a difference in my life or anyone else's life? And that was the realization. If I want to spark a little seed of inspiration or hope in someone, I need that spark within. And I realized something. I had to change. I had to embrace change. You know, I can't change anyone in this room. Change is a conscious decision that comes from within. You're going to wake up one morning and think to yourself, damn it, man, I've got to do something about myself. I've got to change. Everything's evolving at such a radical rate around you. If you don't embrace change, you're just going to get left behind. I returned from China. We were successful. We'd embraced change, and we were full of spirit. I remember coming back to South Africa. And here, I faced this incredible country from where I come. A country where 50.2 million people have faced change head on. We've embraced it. But what are the rewards for change? Why the hell must you change? You go through this huge process of change. It's simple. We hope that through the process of change, the future will hold something better. Otherwise, why change? And my run around South Africa was to experience exactly that. What had happened with change and how the people in my country embraced change. I will never forget, I'd run 740 kilometers with my running partner, and we got down to just on the outskirts of Cape Town. And I got a phone call. The biggest honor of my life was ever bestowed on us. We got an invite to go to Robben Island on the 18th of July 2008. And that was Nelson Mandela's 90th birthday. Tokyo Sequali came out to the island. Because the next morning, as the sun rose, we were going to run out of Madiba's prison and do a joint 90 kilometers round and round the island. And he bought Brahm and I each a flag. And he said something profound. He said, guys, it's been a long, slow walk to freedom. Please, take these flags, run with them. Let's speed up the process of change. And as we ran hour after hour around that island, these joint 90 kilometers, I realized one thing. Every single one of us, when you embark on a journey, remember one thing. You've got to take time out. You've got to stop and understand where the hell you've got to. Because through understanding comes acceptance. If you don't understand where you got to and you don't accept what's happened in your life, you'll never move forward. Through understanding and acceptance brings peace of mind. It's an ignition of hope in your life. And I found myself bobbing up and down in the ocean, 250 kilometers off the coast of Africa. Land was 250 kilometers in either direction. I was in the middle of the Madagascar Channel. You won't believe it. I heard a dog bark, and I looked around and guess what was that? Was it a barking flying fish? No, it was my mind playing games with me. And then I heard someone saying, David, David. And I was like, yes, what? Nothing. My mind playing games with me. And what happened on that journey? The one day, I paddled for 10 hours. I'd done 18,000 strokes. You know how far I went? 12 kilometers in reverse. I got caught in a current. But that paddle across the ocean made me realize something. You know, there's a fine line between success and failure, and that's self-belief. Every single one of you, damn it, man, don't ever give up on yourself. Believe in yourself. Anything is possible. I then pursued on, reached Madagascar after 12 days, and I started a run from the southern tip to the northern tip. I picked up bilharzia. I picked up malaria. I lost 22 kilometers in weight. And the support crew, they tried to get a helicopter to extract me off the island. So what did I do? I switched off my tracking device and I disappeared. I had 240 kilometers to go. There was no person that was going to pull me off that island. And I got to the end of that island through one reason, and one reason only. Attitude. It's down to you. If you can wake up every single morning with a correct attitude, embrace that day and turn it positive, anything is possible. As they say, impossible is nothing. But to sum up all these journeys that I've been through and all these experiences, I found myself in India. I'd run 3,000 kilometers. I was past Mumbai. And I ruptured my bladder. And I started to urinate blood. I ended up in surgery in this hospital. And I spent an hour and a half in theater. And eventually I came out. 4 hours later, I hit the road again. Slowly started walking and walking, just to start mentally getting myself focused again. You know, along the journey, I saw incredible beauty around me. But on the other side, I saw the demise of humanity. And with the problems that I was having, I started to internalize everything. And I started to blame India for my faults, instead of embracing what I saw around me. I remember this one day, I came into a village. I was that close to giving up. I couldn't take another step. And I met this man, and I showed him a photograph. And I said to him, please, explain to me, how do I cope with this? And he looked at me with a smile and he said to me, my friend, what are you looking for in India? So I said to him, I'm looking for spirituality, I'm looking for this, I'm looking, all the reasons that we search for things on these journeys in life. You know what he said to me? You'll find nothing of that in India. Absolutely nothing. And I looked at him and I couldn't believe this. He said, because my friend, everything that you are searching for, you have within. The people around you will be the catalyst to bring it out of you. And he said, secondly, it looks like you're really suffering. So I said to him, yes, I am suffering. And I explained what the situation was. He says, I want to give you a little tip. He says, if you can find reason for why you are suffering, it is no longer suffering. And I had reason why I was taking every single step of that journey. You know, what he said to me there was, he gave me hope. And hope is the switch between negativity and positivity. When you make that switch, hope is the sunrise of positivity. You know, on these journeys, I have met people in situations that I don't even want to explain. People with problems, people that have been through things that I could never ever think of even attempting to go through. But they go through it every single day of their lives. But they appreciate what they have, they're thankful for what they've got, and they never ever give up on hope. I want to show you a little bit of footage to end off with. These children that I work with, every time a child comes out of surgery, we give a child a mirror. And they pick up this mirror and they stare. And they see what change has done to their lives. I challenge all of you here this evening, not tonight, not tomorrow, when you've got a quiet little spot, little time on your own, pick up the mirror of your life and reflect and think to yourself, isn't there some way I can change? Because through the process of change, you will see what hope lies ahead. But secondly, remember one thing. It's up to you as an individual. It's up to your attitude to embrace change. And remember, we can't ignite hope alone. It's the people around us that draw that out of us, that enhance our lives. And like Nelson Mandela said, I'm an old man now. It's now in your hands. Together, let's ignite hope. Let's give ourselves a positive future.
Sometimes we ring the door, we wait for it to pass. How long can these things last? Sometimes we feel afraid, it all comes by so fast, the things we never ask. And hold on for a while, the light will reappear. Things that make you smile can pass along fear. Make sure you're standing tall, it all falls into place. We've known it all along. Embrace what comes to pass, hold on to what you found, never